Good Sunday morning, everybody. Good Sunday morning. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. For those joining for the first time, this is not a political pull. Yay. This is a spiritual pull. Yay. So tired. Political news cycle. So this is such a joy to do these on Sundays. So every Sunday we get together, a group of us get together, and we jump and sing and play on the web of creation. And today I was thinking the way this was going to go, I was going to throw some cards on how to create, how to manifest with emotional layers on it. Because I feel like when we are tapping into the higher dimensional realms, a lot of times that is without emotion. But this planet, this time stream, why we're here is for the emotion. I think it's a big part to experience emotion. And oftentimes, when we manifest things, we forget the emotional ties to it. When we see a play or we see somebody just going through the motions, we go, where's the emotional attachment? It's gone. So that's what I was going to read on. Yeah, but something came up. What came up was I did a reading for this gentleman, and the reading was let go of the control. I saw this guy in a spaceship really hanging on tight to the controls, which is kind of funny because spaceships really don't have controls, but man, he was grabbing onto that. And I go, oh man, you got to let go. And then I'm thinking, who am I talking to? I'm probably talking to myself. So we're going to talk about control. This is not a controlled spread, although it has order to it, but it should be up and down and around, like I say a lot of times with these spreads. These two are the bonus cards. They kind of popped out. The decks that I'm using, Mystical Shaman Oracle, the 7 Energies, both by Colette Baron Reed. And this one is Adalberto Violdo and his wife Marcela Lobos. And this one is Dark Mira Larasava. And I thought that we should get a shamanic take on control. We should get an energy take on control. And then we should just look at ourselves. What are we doing that we're hanging on too tight? And is this a good thing, having lack of control? Is it a good thing having too much control? Should we let go? Should we grab on? Let's just see where the cards say we should go. Personally, for me, I think we're hanging on way too tight. But let's get some ideas from the cards. And as always, your interpretations and your comments are always appreciated. I always get more out of the comments, because sometimes I'll wake up and I go, oh, the card, you should have said that. And I didn't, but somebody else in the comments did. So thank you for the comments. Here we go. 4:11. As I look at the clock, I ramble on and on. First card. Uncharted Sea. I kind of have an idea where this is going. All right, we're hanging on too tight. We are hanging on way too tight. Uncharted Sea. Oh, I love this. Now, it's not that we're like lost at all. We have our compass rose down here. We have our directions. We know where the west is. We know where the east is, the south, the north. but we don't have a chart. Why don't we have a chart? Because it's the Uncharted Sea. We have a pelican. We have a light. Did we jump in the... Remember on Westworld? When the actor jumped in the water? I think that's what happened here. Or maybe it was Tom Hanks saving Wilson. Uncharted Sea. So we're trying to grab control of this Uncharted Sea, but it's like really hard. Vision Quest. Yikes, yikes, yikes. So these two cards, they go hand in hand. Oh, I love this one too. I mean, look at her heart space, if y'all can see that. That's beautiful. So, Dancing in the Moonlight on that card. Uncharted Sea, as we go out into this ocean of who knows what, that's what the vision quest is. And if you're there by yourself for a long enough time, you're going to start having visions. You're going to start talking to yourself. People are going to say you're crazy, except there's no people around, so you're just going to be talking to yourself, talking to your visions, talking to spirit, to higher intelligence, and you will get a direction, and you will get a path forward. However, both of these cards say you got to be lost. Well, not lost, because you have your compass rose. You got to not really have it mapped out where you're going. It has to be an adventure. It has to be a vision quest. Whoa. Okay, I'm getting chills there. Where can I put these so you can see them? We'll set them right up there. All right, so let's see what the first card is with Mystical Shaman. Yeah, flow. Flow. Too much control stops the flow. And, you know, sometimes you need some control, sometimes you don't. In this spread, it says no. Well, actually, when I look at this card, she's creating flow. She's creating energy. And so that could be a whole reading just in itself right there. The flow that we create. It slips, some of it slips through our fingers a little bit. But most of it is contained. So as we think that we're in uncharted seas, maybe we're not so much. Oh my gosh. We getting a water. We are getting a water theme here. I don't know if you can read what that says. It says water. I'm being a little silly. So water is so cleansing, so moving, so intelligent. I did a whole journey session on water. And just to let people know, I am going to be doing another journey session. I am trying to find the time where I can put it all together without interruption. I may not be able to do that, so I may just start it right away. And if you're interested, go ahead and shoot me an email. So I have your email, and I'll put you on the list. And we're going to get going with that. I think it's going to be about 6 sessions. So I don't know if we're going to go into the water thing so much. But in talking about control, that announcement was out of control because I'm not ready. So now I'm going to have to be ready. So, okay. Water. It flows, it moves around obstacles. It doesn't really get angry. It just flows. The seven energies. Oh, Grand Symphony. The web of creation. We all play a part. The chaos, the control plays a part. This isn't a singular thing. This is a grand scheme of things thing. However, if we're not part of this symphony, then it's not so grand, is it? No. Oh, yes, yes, yes. A higher view. That. So when I grow up, I want to be her. That's what I want to be. I dream of that. How cool is that? So when we're on, in the mornings, when I say my meditations, and if I do my my directional prayer alignment, which I do 99.9% of the time, the east direction is one of eagle, hawk. I put owl in there too. And I always ask that I see my path from a higher view, that I see how to navigate the currents as they do. They don't have to teach me anything. I just have to observe it. I'm smart enough, I can learn it on my own. Right? No? Somebody disagrees? Okay. You ain't that smart, buddy. Okay, well, for those who are saying that, dark mirror time. Ooh. Triumph of lies. Ooh, yay, yay. Triumph of lies. To me, what this card suggests, and it's number one, in normal tarot decks, that would be the Fool's Journey. This is that we are lying to ourselves to stay in control. I'm going to be in control. I am going to have control over this situation. Yeah, you keep believing that. Keep on believing it. And you will triumph over that lie. Because things are going to happen. The flow's going to happen. The Uncharted Sea is going to happen. And you're going to go, ooh. Well, now what do I do? Is this me? So I look at this two different ways. Is this me with all the control, managing everything, doing this, doing that? Or is this me taking a higher view, playing in the water in the uncharted sea, going with the flow? Because I was raised to have control. I was raised to work hard and get ahead. How does that work for artists? Working hard, getting ahead. How does that work for shamans, healers, indigenous healers? Do they get ahead? Is that a thing? Do they just serve and go with the flow? From what I read, from what I hear, from what I see, they just go with the flow. So, as we wrap up this Sunday with Spirit, and we looked at control, from my point of view, it's all about jumping into the uncharted sea. It's all about getting into that vision quest space where you have no control except you. You are the control. And you manage that vision quest and come up with a higher view. I got to go back to this Grand Symphony card, because in that Grand Symphony, we each have a part to play. And there is a lot of control in that, unless it's a jazz symphony. And even in the jazz symphony, the intuitive notes that you play, that one plays, is different than a Mozart piece, I would think. I've never played a Mozart piece, so I don't know. But I would imagine there's a lot of control in that. So there's a little balance going on here. But because of this Triumph of Lies card, it feels to me like less control is better than more control. But more control, you get the symphony. Less control, you get the Uncharted Sea. I don't know. Me? Would I rather be sitting in an opera house or on a boat in the ocean, lost? I think I'd take the boat on the ocean. All right, that's just me. I want to thank you all for being with us on this Sunday with Spirit, on this uncharted sea that we find ourselves in. Peace and love.